Well, good morning. Here we go. Number 3, third channel. It's July 10th, 2020. What a year we've had. I started my first channel in December 2017 after waking up to the Bible changes and other Mandela effect changes and seeing the evil in the world, all the satanic rituals and the moon landing and 9/11. But I took that channel down in the spring of 2019. Reason being, the people had woke up to, most of us was just, their eyes were being opened around 2016, about the same time. It was a little click, and I ended up with about 700 subscribers when I took the channel down. But the reason I took the channel down, there was this one individual that blatantly, when he said the word God, would throw the devil horn straight toward the camera. And these other channels that I was connected with, like I say, it was a little click. When I pointed that out to him, I was the one demonized. They almost bowed down to this guy. And there was another channel they were promoting, which can't prove now, but I can prove I kept the videos of this one throwing the devil horns, which is out there, and a lot of truthers build him up. But anyhow, I won't mention the name. I'm not going to do that on this channel right now. But this other channel that gets hundreds of thousands of views, hundreds of thousands of subscribers. A lot of these big channels that get that, they're still up and they're still running. They might take one video down every now and again to make you think that they may not be a controlled agent. Trust no man, that's what Jesus said in Matthew 24:4. The Sermon on the Mount. First thing he said to his disciples. But anyhow, I just got fed up with it. So I just cut ties with it and deleted that channel. Then I created Just a Voice 2. Last year, it had been a little over a year ago. And I get passionate when somebody's lying through their teeth and you can prove it and you call them out for it, or you mention something that is might be a hoax, or speak the truth when something first comes out and tell it's old news, then you can talk about it. But I got a hate speech in 2019 for talking about the no-hide laws when they were first emerging. Called that hate speech. And then I got one the day after they said they killed the general in January of this year. I got a hate speech for saying that I don't believe they killed him. Could very well be a hoax, and showed my evidence. That got me silenced again. You see, these big channels, they're just deleting them, the ones with hundreds of thousands and million views, million subscribers. They just pull the plug on them. But little channels, they figure they can hide and silence you, punish you like a little child. Okay, you can't say nothing now for 2 weeks because you spoke up against the government or the mainstream news and didn't go along with the official narrative. So we're saying you are hateful. You cannot use our platform. And then I got one not too long ago when it came down to well, it doesn't matter. But I just got another one. Whoa, it was about George Floyd. That's old news now. Many channels have been taken down or hate speech when they questioned his death. By the way, I never seen anybody with a stopwatch timing how long the knee was on the neck. But it ended up 8 minutes and 46 seconds. Who had the stopwatch? Who counted that down? That's the same time that the first tower was hit. Don't know. I got a hate speech for that. And I just got one for talking about the mainstream narrative of whites attacking blacks. And why don't they show where the blacks are attacking whites? They do not. So I got a hate speech on that. So I look for Just a Voice 2 to be gone at any time. One more hate speech and they pull the plug on it. That's why I'm creating this channel. And who knows how long it'll be here. Anyhow, it's my third attempt, and it doesn't matter. The mind control, the spell casting that is going on from this Luciferian world full of secret societies, secret societies. Something done in secret, in darkness. They're using magic or something. I mean, people are just so brainwashed and fearful. Fear, fear, fear. That's all it is. I don't believe anything that mainstream news says. I got a little passionate in this last video on Just a Voice 2. Immediately after an hour, pulled the plug on it. You've been a bad boy. You're speaking hate, and I said in it, I don't hate anybody. But why don't they tell the whole story? Why don't they tell the truth? But that got me a hate speech. See, they treat you like a little child. You said something we don't like. It goes against the official narrative. So you can't say nothing anymore. I have a channel on BitChutes. It's called Just a Voice. No caps, no spaces. And my other channel is Just a Voice 2 with spaces and caps. But it won't be here very much longer. That's why this one's here. And while I'm at it, I'm limited to 15 minutes on this new channel. But where I live, I looked out the back door every time I let the dogs out, and it's usually dark. Back in the book of Revelations, the last chapter, said Jesus is a bright morning star. But the Luciferians, they worship the sun as the bright morning star. The illuminated one, right? The deceiver, the liar from the beginning. But anyhow, for the last few months, every time I open that door, about the same time, every day, I was seeing that a few months ago, every morning, a bright star. I haven't seen that for months. But here in the last 4 or 5 days, there's been no spraying of the sky. This morning I looked out there, and I seen it. And I got my binoculars, just plain old binoculars, not very powerful. And I looked at it before in my binoculars, and it was just made it a little brighter, that's all. But this morning, and you might want to look in the eastern sky if you could see it. I looked through my binoculars, and it looked like I was looking through where you see these pictures from these P9000s. It was a flickering blue, almost purple light, flickering just like these powerful cameras show you through my binoculars. I sure wish I could take a picture through my binoculars what I saw this morning. I'd never seen that before. Them cheap binoculars just pulled it in plain as day. Plain as day. Look up for he's coming. Sooner the better. This world, I don't know. I try along with others. We try to get through to people. It's hard. I look at my loved ones and family and old friends and co-workers that I got pictures of on my wall. None of them want anything to do with me, because they are under the spell. And be careful. There are many deceivers on YouTube and BitChute, everywhere. They have infiltrated all walks of life. We are in this world, but not of this world. Love y'all, and I will say down the road.